What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing another comparison smackdown battle with a couple of drugstore concealers. One's the original formula, one's the new formula. So today we're comparing the Elf 16-Hour Camo Concealer with the brand new Elf Hydrating Camo Concealer. So yeah, I'm gonna put one on either side of my face. We're gonna compare the finishes, the coverages, the wear. So if you like videos like this where I compare things side by side, then make sure you give it a thumbs up if you want to see more. And comment below, what would you like to see me compare in the future? Whether it be concealers, foundations, powders, mascaras, brow products, just anything and everything. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and turn that notification bell on to always see my videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and compare these Elf concealers side by side, and let's see which one wins. Alright, so I'm here with foundation, and I did leave my under eye area pretty blank. Like I didn't bring my foundation all the way up. So they're both $6, and I'm going to refer to the original Camo Concealer as the original and the new one as the hydrating, just so it doesn't get too wordy. So the original has 26 shades, the hydrating has 25. They're both supposed to give you a full coverage. Both have a large doe foot applicator. The original is supposed to be better for normal to oily skin types, whereas the hydrating is supposed to be better for normal to dry, obviously. The original has a matte finish, hydrating has a satin finish. As far as the dry time goes, it says the original has a quick dry time and the hydrating has time to play, so it's a little more flexible, a little bit more forgiving. The original is supposed to give you 16-hour wear time. The hydrating is supposed to give you all day, so I don't know what they define as all day. Is that 8 hours? Is that 10 hours? 16 hours? 24? Don't really know about that. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. So let's do the original on this side and the hydrating on this side. So in the original, I have the shade Fair Warm, which is really light. I actually have two shades, so I may pull into the other one as well. But in the hydrating, I have Fair Warm as well. So there is a difference in colors, so hopefully you can see without it washing it out. But the hydrating just leans a little more on the yellow side. It's just a tad bit darker, whereas Fair Warm with the original is very, very light. Like this is way too light for my skin tone. Like this is like a super, super brightening shade. So I actually think I think it's called Light Warm. Let me find it real quick. So Light Sand in the original formula is actually very close to Fair Warm, the hydrating one. So hopefully you can see, like they're pretty much the exact same undertone. Like they're like a golden neutral kind of undertone. But I would say that the original formula is just maybe a half a shade darker than Fair Warm, the hydrating one. So yeah, very, very close. Let's just do a couple little swipes of that. And then I kind of want to mix in Fair Warm, but I also know that that'll kind of make it, it'll make it a lot brighter than the other side. Let's just do one little dot of that. And I'm just going to use my, what is this called? Wonder Blender from Shop Messay. So I'm gonna go ahead and bounce this out. So this is a super opaque formula. I'm sure you can see this is like full coverage right off the bat, and a little bit does go a very, very long way. So you don't need much of this. I find that if I do apply too much of it, it does tend to look more dry, and it goes way too matte. So especially if you have a drier under eye, then I'll just definitely take the less is more approach to using this. Now let's move on to the hydrating side. So we're gonna do the same thing. Let's do just like that. So pretty much the same amount. So I did two little swipes and then a dot. I'm gonna switch it to the other side that's clean. So I use this side for the original. I'm gonna use this side for the hydrating. All right, so here's the same amount of the hydrating concealer. So I do feel like the original one is just a tad bit more opaque. I do feel like it blended out the same way. They both blend out really fast, and they really melt into the skin, but I do feel like this one just kind of, I don't know, maybe melts a little bit more. But you can see, as far as the coverage goes, this side did give me a little bit more coverage, and I was able to bring it down further. So I do want to, just for the sake of being symmetrical, I do want to add just a tad bit more of the hydrating, and I probably didn't need two swipes. I probably could have just done one. But yeah, that blended out super fast. I'm not having any kind of layering issues as far as either side looking cakey or, you know, looking too thick or heavy or drying or anything. But as far as how they look and how they're sitting on my skin, I do like the hydrating side better at this point, just because I typically like a more satin finish. I just feel like I need a little bit of moisture on my under eye area. I feel like most of us do, especially if you're not like 15. Whereas on the original side, it definitely did set to be matte. So I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out the creases on either side. And then I'm gonna go into a translucent setting powder and set it very, very lightly. All right, so let's do a little time check. So we are right on the money. It is 2 o'clock. So perfect for remembering. So yeah, 2 o'clock for our check-in time. All right, guys, so I'm back, the rest of my face done. So once again, this is the original side and this is the hydrating side. And looking up close, honestly, right now, there's not a big difference. But I think we're gonna see the main differences in these throughout the day with wear, and not necessarily how they look when they're freshly applied, like right now. As far as how they look right now, color-wise, texture-wise, they look the exact same. Like you wouldn't be able to look at me and tell there's a different concealer on either side of my face. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go about my day, and I'll check back in at the very end of the night, and we'll do our final conclusion, and we'll look up close and see what kind of difference we can see. So yeah, I will see you guys later tonight. All right, guys, so it's time for our final check-in of the night. It is now 9:37 p.m. So we just hit the 7.5 hour mark. I was gonna try and make it to 8 hours. I was gonna try to make it to 10 o'clock, but I just wanna go and like smush my face into a pillow. So we're just gonna go ahead and call it quits here, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my glasses off. I'm blind. So as far as how either side held up, honestly, I'm kind of shocked by this. They look the exact same. That is a good thing. Like I like what I'm seeing for sure because they both look so extremely smooth. There's no creasing, no fading. Intensity and pigmentation held up on both sides equally as well. And you know, it's been a fairly long wear day. Neither side looks dry. Neither side is emphasizing like the little bumps in my dark circle area. I mean, they're basically just like your sebaceous glands, but they look like little tiny white bumps. But I'm impressed. I really expected the hydrating formula to be, I don't know, more hydrated looking, I guess you could say. Because as I've said, I've had the Camo Concealer, the original formula, for a very long time. And whenever I first started using it, it was one of those concealers I could completely trust. It wouldn't crease, it wouldn't fade, it wouldn't settle. It held up very, very well all throughout the day. I mean, it wouldn't really do me any favors as far as hydration goes. Like, it did look like a pretty stark matte concealer, but I had no issues otherwise. It kind of got to the point where my skin got drier because of the winter that I feel like it was just way too much for my under eye area. So that's kind of what I expected to happen today. Like I just expected it to be way more dry looking, way more cakey and powdery, and just, I don't know, I thought the hydrating formula would completely outshine it. But I will say if I had to pick one, I would probably pick the hydrating formula just because that hydration is just kind of like a safety net. Like it's just a security blanket pretty much, so that if you do have a more dry under eye area for that day, then it kind of works with you a little bit and it's not going to be so matte. Both amazing formulas, both full coverage, both hold up extremely well throughout the day. They're very, very long lasting. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative, and hopefully you enjoyed seeing two very similar products from the same brand put side by side to the test. So if you did enjoy it, then make sure you give it a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel and join my family and my community, and I will see you guys in my next one.